Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate that. Today we're going to be showing you two pistols, a Walther PDP F-Series and a Smith & Wesson Equalizer. And the reason we're going to compare these two is because Walther touts the F-Series for females and people with small hands, and the Equalizer is the only gun we have that comes closest to it. So who better to show you the features than a female? So my wife will take over and give us a female perspective on what she believes is the best gun.
Okay, so first of all, if you've seen any of my husband's previous videos where he's talking about the easy technology and he's talking about his wife not being able to rack the slide, it makes me sound like some feeble old woman. So I want to dispel the rumors. That's not entirely true. I'm let's say 60 plus. But he's not half wrong. I honestly, if you have trouble racking the slide, buy the Equalizer. End of story. I mean, we tried to compare, and I will give you the comparison between the two. There are some great features. I happen to like the Walther PDP F-Series. They tout it as 20% less, effort to rack the slide. I'm not, 20%, I'm sorry, it's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, when you compare, and the guns are empty, yes, they're empty, there's none in the chamber, so I'll rack it for you, right? No problem. This one, a little more, 20% is not enough if you have a problem racking the slide. Anyway, but just to do a fair comparison between the two of them, they're basically weigh the same. The Equalizer is a little bit lighter. I don't think it's really going to make any difference.
And it's only a little lighter because the Walther, I chose the 4-inch barrel.
Oh, right, because you have the longer barrel. Yeah, you could say. I mean, if you put them side by side, you can see that they're a little bit different. And the grips are longer, okay? I don't have a problem. I know this grip looks short, but when you put the magazine in it, it's perfectly fine. And it also comes, the nice thing about the Equalizer is it does come with 10, 13, and 15. So once you put the 13 or the 15, I rarely use the 10, but once you put the 13 or the 15 and you get that, you don't get that floating pinky at the bottom that I know people don't like.
Well, Walther only accommodates 15, so it does make the grip longer. How's that for you for concealability?
Well, I carried this one all over when we went to St. Louis, and I had a pair of shorts and a t-shirt on. I had a sticky holster. I had no problem with this one. Honestly, I haven't tried this, although I think he's probably right that the longer grip would be a bit of a problem here. So I don't know. I haven't tried it. Honestly, I haven't tried it because this is the gun I carry. This is the gun I use. And hands down, this is really the gun I like. Okay, but having said that, there are a few things that Walther on this one did right, and it may make a difference to you. If 20% is good with you, then you may like this gun better, or at least give it a try. So first of all, the grip is thinner here. Okay, so that gives you like a shorter like trigger pull. Like if you want to like put your finger in here and pull, you have way more room than you do here. It's honestly, I find it negligible, but when I tried it, it actually did feel different. Okay,
Walther claims it's a 1/4 inch shorter of a trigger pull.
I mean,
trigger reach.
Yeah, I guess if you have really small hands, that might make a difference. So I don't know. And the what do you call this?
The safety trigger?
Yeah, the safety
trigger?
Yeah. I prefer, but this is personal preference. I like just a regular old like trigger. Just pull the trigger. But that's me. I mean, that's really neither here nor there. If you're going to buy the gun, you're going to shoot with the gun, you're going to learn the gun. So it really doesn't make any difference. What else? Oh, we talked about that this one has, the Equalizer has one in the chamber indicator up here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little tiny hole. But you can see brass in there if you look at it. Again, don't know if that matters to you. If it doesn't, then never mind. I did not see that on the Walther. We didn't.
Well, they do claim that's a loaded chamber indicator.
Over here.
I don't notice any difference, but honestly, you should know if your gun is loaded or
Right.
not.
So it really
Shouldn't be
shouldn't
a
matter.
selling
Right.
point.
I will say that the Equalizer, again, while it is easy to rack, no problem. These, what are they called?
The serrations?
Yeah, the serrations on the barrel, they actually do make a bit of a difference. So, and they've made them a
pretty
little bit,
aggressive
yeah,
on the
they're
Walther.
deeper here. So it may make it a little bit easier. So again, if 20% is enough for you, this is a nice gun. The other thing is talking about the grip, because we were talking about the grip on the, and the safety here. Yeah. So here, when I do this, okay, the underside of the trigger guard hits that knuckle right there all the time. There's nothing I can't change. That's just the way I shoot. Maybe, I don't know, but it hits there. On the Walther,
it's double cut.
Yeah, they changed it a little bit so that you could see it doesn't really hit that same knuckle. I don't know why. The beaver tail on the back is bigger, so you can certainly jam your hand in nicely. The back strap on the Equalizer, let's call it a safety back strap or whatever. Yeah. You'll see it here. You must push this in order to shoot the gun. So, I mean, I guess you could call it a safety. I don't know. It does take a little getting used to. If that doesn't bother you, that's fine. And again, if you're buying the gun and you're shooting the gun and you're practicing with the gun, you'll get used to it. But that did take a little bit of, on the Equalizer, it did take a little bit of work to get used to making sure that I had that. And you have to really, really have it in all the way. What else?
Well, and just so we're comparing apples to apples, they are both 9mm polymer frame guns, and they are both optic ready. You just remove the plate. And Walther does send you a free mounting plate, and you specify what footprint you want. The Equalizer is got a footprint for the RMSC, and if that is not the optic you're buying, you will have to purchase an additional mounting plate.
Okay, so let's talk about price. And these are only, these are ballparking. You can get it for more, you could get it for less. Obviously, what do we say? This one, the Smith & Wesson Equalizer, runs around $600.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Walther's about $650.
Yeah, it's about $650. So if that matters, but you really got to try them. I mean, I can't. Again, I wish every gun had this easy technology. I really, really, really do, because there are some really nice guns out there that I would love to be able to shoot. But when we go to the range and he brings this whole, bag full of guns with him, I can rack this one. I can kind of sort of rack this one. And believe it or not, I can actually rack the Glock 20. I don't have a problem with that one, but that one's pretty well used, so that's probably broken in. But otherwise, I have to, hand the gun to him, rack this for me. I don't like that. I don't like it. And it makes it no fun for me, because I've got to wait every time I want to try a different gun. So basically, when I go to the range, this is my gun, my go-to gun. Or this one. Again, I can rack the slide on here. Is it as easy as this one?
Not even close.
Not even close. But 20%, they're marketing it for women. That's the F-Series, I guess, for female.
And people with small hands.
And people with small hands, but by F, they're saying,
Yeah,
female.
I think
I don't buy it.
I think they missed the boat with this. I mean, as a man, this is just as good of a firearm. I just think it's a marketing ploy that they fell short on. I personally don't see this as a female-only gun.
No. If they meant for the F to stand for female, I think they cut themselves short. Yeah.
And the only other difference is that the Walther's available with the 3.5 or a 4-inch barrel, as opposed to the Equalizer that only comes in, I believe it's
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, the Equalizer comes like this.
3.6, something like that.
Right. But having said all of that, if you have smaller hands, if you have arthritis, if you are an older woman over 60, let's say, and you find you're having trouble, this is probably the gun for you. But I honestly wouldn't rule out the Walther PDP F-Series either. So you might want to try those and see what happens.
Well, there you have it from a woman's point of view. Thanks for watching our video.